And a very good afternoon to you. I'm Lisa Lord with the CBC News at noon. Well, Prime Minister Stewart is calling for greater vigilance from local authorities and the public to stem the flow of illegal guns into the country and on the streets. He says it's one of the issues fueling violence and social dysfunction within the country. This, as he mentioned, the episode outside the Bridgetown Magistrates Court last week where a man was caught trying to enter that compound with a Glock.
Guns do not fly and they do not swim. They are transported by human agency, and the entry into this society is facilitated by human agency. And these are some of the challenges which as a society we face, and that make our job as fathers, make our job as mothers, make our jobs as government, make our jobs as communities more difficult, because in spite of all of the other successes of which we can boast around us, there are these social dysfunctions that continue to be developed.
Mr. Stewart raised the issue in his address to a Father's Day luncheon at the Democratic Labour Party headquarters at its George Street Auditorium. It came as he declared war on social problems plaguing Barbados, saying his government is making it a priority to address a number of these issues. He believes these problems have the potential to erode the economic gains made by the country over the last few years if left unchecked.
No matter how well we are doing economically, no matter what the figures are saying about growth and foreign reserves and inflation and all of the other economic and financial indices, if we do not have households that are stable, where men respect women and children understand their relationship with their parents, if we don't have those households, all of the economic gains which we register are going to be reversed and undone, and it will be as though we were spinning top in mud.
Barbadians are being encouraged to be aware of their state of health by having regular medical checkups. The advice is coming from Dr. Adrian Lord during a seminar on erectile dysfunction held at the First Baptist Church on Constitution Road. While noting the causes of several well-publicized recent sudden deaths are unknown at this time, Dr. Lord says it's important for people to know how healthy or unhealthy they actually are.
A lot of illnesses are asymptomatic: high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, high cholesterol, and we have a large problem of obesity in Barbados. So when people do not look after their health and know what their numbers are, or take their medication, or go back to the doctor to get the medication repeated, get reassessed, see if it needs to be upgraded or downgraded, we're not exercising properly, then we will see younger and younger people suffering from sudden death, which could be strokes, and there are 3 strokes every 2 days in Barbados. There's heart attacks that happen very frequently in Barbados, over 20 a month.
Now, regarding erectile dysfunction, Dr. Lord says there are many causes that range from the physical to the psychological and even lifestyle.
There can be medication that you're taking, it can be smoking, lack of exercise, lack of physical activity, maybe obesity, maybe high blood pressure, diabetes, or you may have had some type of surgery.
The Barbados Family Planning Association has seen an increase in those using its services last year, with 64,000 services provided in 2015. Executive Director Juliet Bino-Sutherland says that's up 16% from 2014. She says the association is also expanding existing programs such as their flagship Adolescent Mothers program, which empowers young parents in areas of education, work skills, and parenting.
The girls were saying that we're empowering them, but many of them are going back into relationships or into households where people don't understand the experiences, the new knowledge, the new approach. So that really turned the light bulb on for us, that we have to really revisit or work with adolescent mothers and include adolescent fathers as well, because if we want to be holistic and really providing best for the children of our country, we have to tackle both the needs of women as well as the needs of young men.
And the Barbados Family Planning Association is this year celebrating 62 years as a healthcare provider. Their recent developments include deepening the association's partnership with the Diabetes Foundation to allow for more intensive diabetic treatment for patients. They've also partnered with the Ministry of Health with help from USA to introduce stigma-free HIV testing and treatment in order to provide more options for Barbadians who risk death by not getting help.
When people come to Barbados Family Planning, if they're test positive, we want to keep them at the association as our clients. And our Dr. Gill is a skilled clinician who's trained in HIV treatment. It allows us to work more broadly with the community, with young people, with men who are having sex with men, with sex workers, with young people who are having multiple relationships. When you come to Barbados Family Planning and we screen you and you are diagnosed as HIV positive, we don't have to lose you.
Well, the semi-finalists for two of the most anticipated competitions for the crop over season have been named. Over the weekend, corporate communications specialist at the NCF, Simone Codrington, announced the contestants in the Sweet Soca and Party Monarch competitions who will vie for a chance on the big stage at Bushy Park next month.
Adrian Clark with How We Fatten, Biggie Ari, Money Well Spent, Damian Marvey, Know the Face, Don Trent, New Day, Griner, Turn Up the Speaker, Imani, Journey, Joaquin, This Place, King Bubba, Calling In Sick, Meet Me on the Road, Lead Pipe and Sadis, Dreams, Mikey, CEO, Mr. Dale, Nothing Sweeter, Nikita, Burn It Up, Peter Ram, Good Morning, Sanctuary, Baylor, TC, Wine a Carry On, Yannick Cooper, They Don't Want Us to Fat.
Well, the reserve for that competition is Cooper Dan with Home, and the Party Monarch competition will feature for the first time a father and daughter combination in Adrian Clark and his daughter Azizi. The duo AC Squared is leading the semi-final charge.
AC Squared with Soca Season, Blood, Get On Bad, Donnell, Wet Me Down, Edwin Yearwood, Bowl, Faith Calendar, I'll Be There, Hyper Songs, Bam Bam Back, Ian Webster, Walk Up and Rum, King Bubba, One King, Lil Rick, Azerbaijan, Mikey, Live For This, Mr. Dale, Mectafet, Ramses, Traffic Blocking, Lead Pipe and Sadis, Make a Fet, Sanctuary, Smash, Cerural, When We Get Away, TC, The People Place.
And Jimmy Dan is reserved with If You Are a Bajan. The finals for the two competition comes off on July 24th. Well, it was an evening to remember for 50 residents from St. John who were honored for their contribution to that parish and Barbados. The St. John Community Care Organization and the Parish Constituency Council paid tribute to the men and women of St. John. This was done during a ceremony at the David Thompson Health and Social Services Complex at Glebe on Saturday as part of the country's 50th anniversary of independence celebrations. Speaking at the Independence Community Awards, Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Minister Senator Maxine McLean reminded those in attendance that celebrations like these are important for nation building.
I believe that as we celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence, we have to remember the charge that has been given to us by our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable, Fundle Stewart. And that is to celebrate, but also to reflect on what has brought us to this point, to identify those things that have made us good and we should keep, to look at those things that we have collected or acquired or assumed along the way and that we have to discard, and of course as we go forward to look at those things that we have probably achieved or acquired in recent times that we have to maintain and on which we have to build.
Meanwhile, MP for St. John Mara Thompson has again been pointing out the many services offered at the Health and Social Services Complex named in honor of her late husband and former Prime Minister David Thompson. She says it's much more than a polyclinic.
It also houses the Constituency Council's office, the Health Inspectorate, the Welfare Office, the library, which I know is not as yet in, but they will eventually get here. And there are plans to, it also has a gym where we can do aerobics and training, etc., etc. And then we still have coming on board the dialysis arrangement.
And stay with us. We'll have regional and international news right after this break.